Hey, this is Sam Black with my own take on Dredge in Modern. I think that the question of the best way to build a Dredge now that Insolent Neonate and Prized Amalgam are in the format is very much an open question, and today I'm going to explore one direction to go with this. I'm not using the Gravecrawler Vengevine engine. Instead, I'm trying out Bridge from Below with Greater Gargadon and Drown Rusalka to sacrifice my own creatures and allow me to generate zombies. Prized Amalgams in multiples loop oddly. If you have a Greater Gargadon and a Prized Amalgam in play and a Prized Amalgam in your graveyard that is triggered to come into play, you can sacrifice the Prized Amalgam that's in play, and then when the Prized Amalgam that's in your graveyard comes back, it'll trigger the Prized Amalgam that was in play, and then you can keep sacrificing the one that's in play to have it trigger off the one that's coming back, to keep moving them in and out of your graveyard, removing suspend counters and generating zombies. You can do the same thing with the Drowned Rusalka to generate discard and draw effects. So anyway, I'm trying out Bridge from Below, trying out Hedron Crab. There are, because with so many options, the mana base can get difficult, and if you're trying to play too many colors, it is difficult to work in a fetch land mana base. And I've seen some people use things like Tomb Scour to get their Dredge started, or Tome Scour to get their Dredge started instead of Hedron Crab. But I think that by focusing on being a blue-red deck that can incidentally get black mana for casting Stinkweed Imp or Prized Amalgam if I have to, I can make the mana work and get plenty of fetch lands to really take advantage of Hedron Crab, which is a very powerful card in this deck. So the basic plan is to use Hedron Crab, Drown Rusalka, and Insolent Neonate to get, and Faithless Looting, to get a card with Dredge into my graveyard, and then dredge that card to get more cards that are active in the graveyard into my graveyard and then into play. I don't have Dark Blast or Golgari Thug in this deck at this exact moment, but I'm thinking that I might need to change that. Having only 9 cards, counting Dakmar Salvage with the word Dredge, is a little light. So I'm just going to add a Dark Blast now. And I'm going to, I guess I'll just try out a single Greater Gargadon. I think that it does some nice things, but it's not as central to getting everything going as the other enablers are. So, yeah, I'll make that change. And Stitchwing Scab is another way to trigger Prized Amalgam, mostly if I don't have another land for Bloodghast, or if I run out of Narcomoebas. This is something that I can return my Prized Amalgams, and it's easy for it to die, and then I can do it again. It also, when I do that, discards cards with Dredge that are stuck in my hand. I think it's a really important element of the deck to have 1 or maybe 2 of those. In the sideboard, I basically have a green sideboard and a Grixis main deck. I have a Stomping Ground and a Breeding Pool to support adding green. I think green is really important. Gnaw to the Bone is a really big payoff for this kind of deck against anyone that is attacking you or trying to burn you. And then Ancient Grudge is super powerful when you're just putting it in your graveyard for free, and I have Nature's Claim to answer opposing Dredge hate, as well as some ley lines that are Dredge hate of my own, or in the case of Leyline of Sanctity, more burn hate. So pretty straightforward sideboard. When I bring in the green, I'll probably cut some lands, maybe decrease my access to black mana, since it's not actually all that important to cast black spells, or maybe just cut fetch lands or something. So anyway, that is this build of Dredge, and let's see how it plays.